Hey, welcome to Tuesday Night D&D with DM Kalsto.
Hello, everybody.
Hey,
Hello.
happy Tuesday. Um, I didn't even ask if you had a recap, but do you have one? Because I don't think we
Yeah,
really. You want to go?
yeah, I have one, and we did more than you might think.
All right, give it to us, good sir. And I'll tell you what, since it's the technically it's the last inspiration of that arc. If you do well, which I'm sure you will, we'll give all of you 1 point.
And if
Okay.
you happen to be watching the stream, you can see that only the characters bounce now, the background doesn't.
Yo.
Ooh.
Awesome.
It's the subtle little things that count.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's actually really sweet.
Okay. Where we last left off, our party had successfully saved Princess Brianna from being artificially transformed into a hag, but not without paying a hefty price, with a missing party leader. Unbeknownst to the rest of the group, Tislu had been pulled into the in-between. Discovering a dead Marissa, he began to search her body for items, only to be interrupted by a lumbering Drismina, who managed to survive the explosion. As Drismina began to restore her body, Tisla was unable to hide himself and was brutally beaten down, ending with her leaving him with a broken spine and a face full of mud. While in this hopeless situation, he received a sending spell from Misfit, to which he replied he was in trouble and might not make it back to the group. Calling out for help at last, his mentor, who had promised to teach him how to control his magic, arrived and mended Lou's body. Shortly after, he handed Lou a ring and said, "You died. Put this on." While the group comes to terms with Tislu's alleged death, Misfit makes one last attempt to help his Fey friend that was trapped within the crystal tree. Using a spell to morph into the crystal as well, he attempted to put the ring on his friend, only to slowly find himself becoming stuck as well, and he was only able to nudge his Fey friend with the butt of his staff. However, in doing so, the child trapped inside opened his eyes and began to telepathically speak to Misfit. Urging the kid to put the ring on, the Fey friend simply walked out of the crystal to examine the ring, and then walked right back in. Misfit convinced him to pull them both out, and then got him to put the ring back on. Upon recovering his memories, the traveler revealed his name to be William, and that he was tired and wanted to end it. His only regret being that he was unable to see his wife one last time. As he disappeared, however, he left behind an ocarina shaped like a dragon and a Fey spirit devouring one another, and the party set out for the village on the outskirts of the forest. As the party met up with their guild members, who were sent to support them, the mood was one of celebration, but also one of uncertainty. Dustin, wishing to go to the City of Mist, said some brief farewells, as well as making it known that he no longer wished to be a member of Tipsy Fox, while the rest of the group returned to headquarters to sort out their own personal affairs, is where we start today's session.
Nice. I guess we did do a whole lot. So, one interesting point. So for Faith and the ring is what the serpent and the Fey serpent devouring each other.
Yeah, I
The
forgot. I forgot what the ocarina was. I know it was a dragon at least, but I forgot the
it's
other part.
just it looks like ocarina. It's just kind of it has emblems and etchings of kind of both. It's them just flying around basically. So,
Okay.
and that went to Miss Serena.
Yes.
All right. So, um, how long is there? We'll start with you really quick because you have stuff to travel back. Is there anything you wanted to do specifically in Mist other than just stay? I know you looked around a little bit and saw some things, but anything specific?
Um, I guess if we're not talking about why Heartland wanted me to be there, because we haven't talked about that yet, then his one of his personal things would be: is there any remnants of the Guardians of Faith around that he can go and find?
Uh, Say it wouldn't even be necessarily hard to find out. No one specifically is aware of what that even is.
Hmm.
Other than one individual who is kind of like the king's number two man,
Yep.
uh, who is familiar with the name and like the historical significance of it, but not that anyone who would still be alive or anything like that.
Yeah. Then if they just have like any like old rundown religious sites, that I'd probably go and check those out for myself.
Hmm. The other thing you note, there is nothing old here. Seems everything is new.
Well, that's concerning.
Like you just kind of, it looks like it was all built like relatively around the same time. Like it doesn't look like it's just appeared there, but
Mhm. But, like,
Like
you
a
you
new
could
settlement.
if the city wore its age on its sleeve, it'd be, like,
yeah,
20.
we all have the same timestamp basically.
Yeah. Okay.
And I wouldn't even say 20. I'd say more like 4 or 5.
Oh. Wow, that's young. Oh, I'm so out of place here.
However, the fancy uh, air tower thing that looks much older.
Oh, okay. Then that would catch my attention. I'd probably go there
Uh,
if I can.
Unfortunately, you have to be able to fly to get up there.
No airship?
Not that you can have rent. They have one airship.
Okay. Well, how unfortunate.
I mean, you could try. That'd be a pretty sketchy climb, but you could certainly try.
Uh, unless I need to for my reason being there, then probably not.
Mm-mm. And I would say, even for your reason, kind of being there, I mean, unless you just kind of want to sit there and take stuff in, nothing specifically pops out. Everything kind of within their city, in their territory, seems relatively safe for them. Um, but yeah, I mean, nothing it stands out particularly. Other
Okay.
than you're probably intrigued by how this mist would work, and you could ask about that as well. But it seems like it is a very powerful barrier of some sort that keep certain people out and only let certain people pass through it.
So maybe what I need is actually in the mist and not mist itself, and I need to start wandering the mist.
Yeah, you need to do that, but you probably want to ask about it before you just start walking around because
Maybe.
you came in with people that have it. If you go out, you don't know if you'll be able to come back in.
Yeah, I'd probably make my intentions known of wanting to look at the forest around.
Sure. I would even say, do you want to ask like one of the people you came back with? So the bard, the monk, Brianna, and Alexander are all survivors. They came back.
Yeah, probably John and Alexander would be the people I'd reach out to because I didn't really know the monk or bard too well. Um, but like, I'm not asking them to specifically go with me. I'm just asking to get
Yeah,
a
yeah.
group together.
Or even if you're just asking them about questions, the
Uh,
ranger would probably be a better person to ask questions about the forest itself.
okay.
Actually, Brianna would be pretty good too. They're literally a ranger and a druid.
Gosh.
Probably go with you if you asked, or at least as far as you want them to go.
Um, yeah, so the city seems a bit too peaceful for what I think I'm supposed to be here for. Is there any way to explore outside?
Kind of look. Um, like through the forest. I mean, we could take
Yes.
you out. It's kind of hard to see anything in the mist. We can take you out to any direction through the mist and come back in with you. And he'll kind of hold his necklace. However, without one of these blessed upon you, unfortunately, if you walked out, you would not be able to walk back in. And then we'd have to come find you. And it's very difficult.
I take that only citizens have the privilege.
That is correct.
Mm, I really don't want to get tied down with something else,
Well,
so I
you don't
want to avoid that.
have to be tied down. We're happy to have people go with you or help take you around. You just need to make sure someone would be with you so that you don't get lost and can make it back in. We
Okay.
have plenty of people here who aren't citizens that are taking refuge, and you do note because you saw some on your travels when you were heading up in this direction. Uh, a lot of people from the surrounding areas have been coming here, and they've been welcoming them in and housing them, etc.
Yeah, I I just feel there's something in there that I need to find.
Sure. I mean, we could go with you if you want.
Aren't you busy? Aren't you a prince?
We're kind of on leave, at least for a little bit here. Our party kind of at half capacity, and we have to wait and see if we're getting disbanded and sent home or if we're being repurposed. But I really do like it here.
All
I feel like
right.
I'm making a difference, even if it's at a high price.
Are there any rooms close by?
Not that I've seen. I've never really had much time to go out and about exploring in great detail, but and we could certainly take a look.
I feel that's the best bet.
I do recall seeing an old home of some sort further out to like the southeast. You could always start there and see if there's anything around that. I mean, someone must have put a house there for a reason.
Yes, that sounds good. Will you be ready in 2 days?
I mean, sure.
Okay. You don't just ask people to go without warning, like the day of.
Brown just kind of looks over you, just like, "Wh- what are you doing for the next day that is so important?
You have more important things to do, I assume.
Not really. We've already been here a couple, like a day or two.
Well, then, can we go now?
Well, I mean, don't be pushy. We have to pack. Like, I mean, we could go. Probably would be best to go first thing in the morning to gain advantage of the light.
Light passes through that barrier?
Even though the mist more or less will help protect us. It still is very very creepy walking through in the dark.
I think I fell down a cliff in there once.
Yeah, I've heard of that happening. Yeah, I mean, it's like we could probably drag the other two along too, if they're sober enough. That is. But I mean, we're gonna be near the mist, so it should be okay. We could always use it to flee or if necessary.
Good.
Okay. So just to do your little part of that mission to see kind of a summary, and then I'll give you an explanation of what you do or do not find. Um, you could roll a D100. So I don't think we have any chat roll D100s yet.
I have a floating inspiration at the moment. Can I use that?
Well, A, don't forget everybody you guys had inspiration.
Mhm.
So make sure you have all those applied. Big mystery. There you guys go. Oh, because you already had two.
Yeah, I already had 2, and you
Here,
gave it
I'll
to
let you use it for
everybody,
that.
so I I just had one floating around. Okay,
Okay.
I like that number better.
Okay. Um, as you kind of explore around, there's really nothing of significance. Most of this seems like not completely untouched forest, but very scarce amounts of like humans necessarily living near there. It looks fairly untouched for the most part.
Mhm.
You do end up finding that house. It's like this is the one, probably like a day and a half in.
'Kay.
It's like I've been around the perimeter on several patrols. Is what we first started doing when we got here. But this is the only structure I've ever seen.
Have you ever entered it?
I mean, yeah, it's just kind of like a rundown one-bedroom home.
Okay. I guess I'll walk in and being the kind of dumb person I am, I knock first and then I open the door.
Hold on one second. Okay. You just knock on the door.
Yeah.
The door just falls over.
I step in.
Look around. Just smells like a really musty, dirty. There's dust everywhere, cobwebs. It looks like no one's been here in a long time.
Hmm. I'm gonna take a deep whiff. I imagine Divine Sense picks up nothing.
Hold on one second, though. It's like you get an unnatural beat from the two people you're with, and we never
Yeah.
see him again. No. I don't think it technically covers it, but it sounds kind of fun. So hold on. Sharp, evil, powerful, good. All right. Doesn't really cover it, but I'm gonna kind of let it happen. I'm gonna mess with you while I do it. So you kind of go to cast divine sense, and you don't really sense much, and then you sense like this very strong but small focus, but you have no idea what it is. It doesn't give you like an evil good beat, but it just is like powerful.
From this house area?
It's coming from somewhere within the house.
Okay. Are there still, like, floorboards on the ground and stuff like
Yes,
that?
you could walk around on it. It's not in like
I'm
horrible
starting to pull
condition.
those up.
Okay. Do you get a direct location on Divine Sense, or just that there's something
Da, da,
there?
da, da, da. I oh, well, that doesn't share it. Hang on. I do have the summary here. You know the location is part of the thing.
Okay. So from what you could tell, and it's just mostly because of the cobwebs and everything, you kind of look. It's coming from underneath, like where this desk area would be. It's like
Mhm.
on the floor itself.
Okay, I guess I'll, like, crouch down and look underneath the desk at first.
You do. How do you deal with the cobwebs as you kind of go through?
I just push them out of the way.
Okay. So you just kind of make your way
I'm
through.
getting my hands dirty. I don't care how messy I get.
That's fine. Totally fine. I just have to remember for how many dice I need to roll later. Just kidding. Um,
Yeah, for spiders.
yeah, for all the burning web damage. As you go underneath there, you look, and as it divine sense lasts for it's instantaneous, so it's just like
It's instantaneous, so I got, like, a
okay,
really hard ping from
all
under the
right.
desk.
So you look, and you don't really see anything, and then you notice, just because it stands out, and it's fairly easy to see. There's like some blood stains on one of the floorboards.
Uh-huh. Um, hmm, what can I do about that? I guess the first thing I do is I touch the blood.
Actually, nothing happens.
Is it fresh or is it dry?
Oh, it's very old. It's dried
Okay.
up.
I guess now that I know that there's something here, I'll try my second good sniffer move, and I'll use detect evil and good.
You go to kind of cast, and you don't really sense anything.
Mhm.
Which is funny because your divine sense worked, but this seemingly is not.
Okay, well, can it
It's
pull?
active, like you could feel that the spell itself worked, but you don't even feel like it just feels different. Like it feels like it's not even picking up anything.
Okay, then I will. I guess knowing that there's something there now, I will pick up the desk and move it out of the way
Okay.
so I could get a better look at the surrounding floorboards before I start ripping them up.
Sure. Roll an investigation check just as you kind of start ripping up stuff and looking around.
Oh,
Hold on. You want the other two to help you?
yes. I I imagine that they see me start moving stuff around in this house without explanation and they start getting curious.
Sure. So Brianna, that is a 16. But no better than yours, but helps. Um, Alexander has a -1 and rolled a 2.
He's too busy keeping watch for some reason.
You rip up floorboards, but nothing. It's just that blood ping seems to
Hmm.
be the only thing.
Windows is a bit crass to ask, but do you have anyone in Mist who specializes in blood magic?
I don't think so. I mean, there may be people who could divine information, but no one who specializes in blood.
That's all I need.
I mean, we can ask around and see, but no one I'm familiar with. Like,
Uh,
however, that might be a good thing to pick up. You're heading back to the Tipsy Fox Guild Hall on your way after you leave here, yes?
yes.
Well, I'm sure someone there could probably do it for you, if not their guildmaster.
Fine.
It kind of looks like wish we could really help you find more. I mean, I thought it was pretty significant too. I mean, it just happens to be on our path. That's the only reason we came across it.
I'll do one more divine sense just to confirm it's the blood.
It is indeed the blood.
And then I guess I'm taking that piece of wood with me.
All right, you now have one blood-covered piece of wood. Um, it's like, do you want to finish walking our typical patrol path?
Um, Hang on. I need to hotline in for a second. And I'm going to go say a prayer to Heartland.
Sure.
This may take a bit to think it out.
You want to type it up to me?
That's what I was thinking of doing, but I can't just say it out loud.
It's up to you.
Ancient One, I'm here in the mists. It did not seem like you wanted me to actually go into the city, but rather explore the forest around. I found a concerning trace of blood. I don't know what it is, and it is very old and ancient. If that's what you needed me to find, then I believe I am able to return to you soon. If there's more you wish for me to do here in Mist, please let me know because I will not be able to get back easy.
Roll a d100. As you say your prayer, you normally kind of feel this sense of being connected. However, as you say your prayer, even with people near you, you just kind of feel empty and alone. Almost as like you're yelling out, but no one can hear you.
Oh,
There's something about this place and this mist. You even like go over and you can feel a tree. And while I mean, they're trees, without a doubt. They don't even feel like they're kind
How
of connected.
did you say your people made this, or does this just exist?
The house?
The mist.
Oh, as far as I know, it's always been here. I actually don't come from here.
Right. But then how do the amulets repel it if you don't know how it works?
I don't know. I would assume it has some sort of magical enchantment.
Do you have any books on it?
Oddly enough, out of all the things we don't have, not a big book selection. It was rather a small population until just recently, with all the influx of people fleeing the land issues to the south and to the southeast. So our the population has grown quite long, and they've kind of grown, I'd say, as a population and their contribution. They've recently joined the Kingdom of Northern Arcadia. Um, so yeah, we're assisting. It's kind of an act of good faith and transparency. We do a lot of information gathering and things like that. Keeps everybody a little bit honest, so to speak.
I see you misunderstood me. I meant the cloud, not your city.
I don't know anything really about how it works, unfortunately. I just know it protects these people in this place.
A scholar, a study. Surely someone's curious about this.
Not that I've specifically seen, but we could certainly ask.
So you've just been using this without knowing what it is?
Honestly, never really occurred. I've seen stranger things.
He like starts to put his head in his hands, and he's like, "Okay, I think I know. I think I have a better idea of why I'm here. But let's continue on your patrol route. I need to sit on this."
To finish the patrol route will take like another 3 days, and then you'd be back.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Um, I'm gonna whisper you what he's currently thinking, and we can jump to somebody else.
Because yeah, essentially you'll once you get back from the trip, I'll type if there's anything we need to. But essentially after that, you'll be heading back towards the guild hall to get your friend removed, to gather misfit and do all those wonderful things. So you can go ahead and send me that message. While that happens, Serena, anywhere
Yes.
specific you wanted to go? Obviously shopping. So actually, that's a great time to answer those quick questions you had. Um, So you already got the information for the lists to replace your unfortunate lost possessions from the explosion.
hmm
What were the last? Oh, hold on. Where did you send me that message?
Uh, Discord.
Okay,
DM.
okay. All right. So for the disguise kit, you wanted like a very, very nice one because we were giving you shit about putting tin-colored makeup on. So
First of all, it's copper. Thank you very much.
okay, you got me. Hmm. If you want the top notch, hmm, I would say if you wanted like a really, really good one that has like a decent amount of options, um, 75 gold. If not, they do have a fairly robust one for 50. Or you could just buy another normal one for 25.
We'll go with the very robust one.
Okay.
So it's
And then it was that. Ooh, there we go. It's like, why am I? Oh, that's why I didn't see it. I would say this you can actually buy from the guild if you want. Uh, mm, mm, Probably run you about 250 gold pieces at a discount.
And that's the
Bag of
pouch.
holding.
Okay.
So that's your super disguise kit, the bag of holding. Um, how much money do you have left?
I still got actually quite a bit.
Let's see. Your wand you wanted to look for.
Yeah.
If they don't have one made, they don't have any at the guild house that people aren't using themselves. You can definitely get one in the town because there's a high number of magic users here. However, with demand and everything, it is towards the upper tier, so you're probably looking at somewhere between like 400 to 450 gold.
I think I'll forego the wand at this point.
Fair enough. You may be able to find one in other places too, but here there's just so many people that buy them, it makes them to the higher tier of the cost. All right, so you can mark off that, and then after you do your shopping and get everything back the way you needed it, where do you kind of want to head off to do research or anything? You have this new instrument. You have your time off.
I suppose she would start off just kind of making some inquiries in the general area, see if any of the or about her sleuthing work, and see if any of the rogues around can help out with, or any of the rogues around can help her better learn how to handle the lock.
Sure. So you're going to stay at the guild hall?
Yeah, because I think she said she's going to be off for what was it, a month or two? I think was the amount of time she said,
Up to you.
somewhere around that. For the first little bit, she's going to be around the guild hall.
Okay. So you just enjoy some of your time off. Actually, it's funny enough. Not a lot of you have been going out. You're all kind of on leave at the moment, anyways. However, Marius, you just learned to pick up naturally through one of your new hobbies a very interesting function and purpose to fulfill. Um, as you guys are just kind of stuck at the guild hall, a lot of people start coming to ask you for help and questions on like research for things for like missions they're on. And you kind of come known as like this kind of go-to know-it-all guy for books or where to find things. So that also helps you kind of keep an ear out for anything that may be of interest and potential new cool research. All right, Serena. So
Oh, one other spot she definitely wants to, minor thing, but she's gonna go ahead and drop the teeth off at the Arcanum.
which ones?
The
Oh,
ones that we retrieved or rescued from the hags.
sure. So you turn it into them.
Yeah. Do try and give this one something to do or something to see. It was locked in a box, and I'm sure I'd appreciate something.
They kind of look. They'll take down your information if you'll give it to them for the person turning it in.
Don't need to worry about that.
Are you sure? There might be a reward.
That's quite alright.
Oh, well,
You
aren't you a
can,
good citizen?
if there is anything, you can turn it over to the guild.
Fair
Hmm.
enough. They go ahead, catalog it really quick, and put it in for submission. Um, hmm. I might get to that later too. That's actually a very good point, Dustin. And to clarify for your first question, the forest seems completely healthy. It just doesn't seem to speak like a normal forest would, like where you can kind of feel the presence of the trees in the forest you're in. These look
Okay.
completely healthy. There's nothing wrong with them. They just don't have that connective presence that you typically would.
Does that feeling also persist in the main city of Mist?
Um, you honestly didn't really kind of notice at first because there's not like a lot of like it's a mostly cleared out land and structures. But you
Mhm.
can kind of make note as you go back through there once you get back.
Yeah, that will be something he does. And then Alexander and I are probably going to have a talk about the Ancient One and how this place doesn't really satisfy him.
Easy enough to do. All right, so we'll get to that trading a little bit later because we may do something fun with that one. What else did you want to do, Serena?
Um,
Do your second thing?
other than taking up some jogging and doing some soothing, she's gonna start off kind of in the more local area, but start inquiring about information on that page we recovered from the wagon.
Which one specifically? There's a lot of pages on the wagon.
The pages that were on us from the shape-shifting drow spy who was after the gate pieces.
Do you have your page?
Probably not anymore. She probably remembers some of it, but I'm pretty sure I would have been in her bag. And I
You can
highly
tell
doubt
her.
it survived.
Technically, I think Marius has all of the documents that would have been there that he, or if anything he kept at least.
I think
I-
he
Oh, if
He
there's
has
any
the-
paperwork with dirt on it, I've still got it.
Well, so there is.
You brought us all into the wagon and handed us each our dossiers, and
They
we
may have
kept
each have
them.
gotten their own. You had other ones that you had for
Yes.
other people. So okay, so you did have your own. So
And
you
copies.
take, Mhm, of course. So you take that, and you just try to find out what specifically about it. Sorry.
Really anything she can. She doesn't have a lot to go off of. If anyone's ever heard of someone or ever heard of the name or anything like that.
Specifically looking for the drow woman.
No.
Or just the woman, or the information in your paper. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. The interesting thing is you kind of, first of all, roll an insight check. We'll say as you kind of try to go around. You don't really get any vibes off anyone specifically that would be like seedy or good at collecting information or dealing in information. Which kind of makes you bummed out because back at where your guild headquarters used to be, there was so many like thieves guilds and rogues guilds. It was really easy to buy information. Yeah, you're not sure. You've never really been here before. You don't know where to find all the dirty secrets.
A question for the rogues.
Mhm. All right. So, just because we're going to skip forward and do that because your roles will make more sense at the end of it. Dustin, you do get back. You find a couple of trees. They seem to have that same sense, like where there's just no connectivity.
The forest literally isn't talking to each other. Are you sure these aren't made of plastic?
We'll invest. You like go
It's
over and
plastic.
poke it. I don't know. It could be real close.
I mean, I imagine I know what wood feels like. Does it feel like wood?
Feels exactly like it should. Smells like it should. Everything about it seems like it should. It's just that you don't get like any sense from it.
It's fake.
It's like an
not
offline
real.
tree. It's an offline tree. There you go.
Not real. What the heck? So it's what am I doing now?
Well, it's up to you. So you discovered kind of the information you want. You could do anything else you want here, talk to people. If you want to find out more about the blood that's on the wood, you could ask someone at Tipsy Fox to kind of help you out with it.
And I was the only one from Tipsy Walks who went to Mist, and none of the other group even tried to come along, did they? Like the rescue groups.
I mean, I would have.
No, because they're not citizens. They can't go. They weren't invited. You asked to go.
Right. Um, I guess when I get back, I'll try praying again in the city to see if I get a better response.
Same result.
Yeah, I figured. I'm gonna ask Alex how he feels when he prays.
He just
Like,
kind of
like, do you feel like you get through it all?
it's like it's funny. Actually, was wondering if anyone else kind of noticed that too. It's like I think it has something to do with the mist. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. It just seems to basically protect or hide these people from anything and everything. I've never seen anything kind of penetrate through it. Um, what all I try to remember is while I feel like maybe I don't feel a connection, I like to think that it's still there regardless. But no, it is quite strange. I do feel slightly disconnected, so to speak.
So, do you think the mist is natural or unnatural?
It's like
'Cause
I'm
I'm
not
starting to think that this isn't natural.
not really sure. I assumed it was magical of some sort. I assume it's some sort of an old spell or some. I don't know.
Don't want to hear any more of those stupid words.
Could be some sort of ancient protector of the land. But all I know is
Why would an ancient protector cut the land off from itself?
I don't think it's cutting anything off. I think it's just specifically kind of the way it protects things. Part of it's kind of hard to explain.
Have you ever run into anything alive in there? Like, not a plant, but like a beast?
Yeah, there's beasts in there.
I think that's my next best option is just try to see how those act.
Yeah.
Because if something's weird with them, then I need to do something about that cloud.
It's like I wouldn't worry about it, but I mean, there's plenty of creatures you can go see.
Not worrying about is how you get yourself killed.
All right. Is there anything else you want to do in town?
In town?
I mean, you
I
can.
mean,
The animals are kind of the same thing. They seem
Yeah.
completely normal. Animals are a little bit different, though. They give you the sense they're alive. You don't feel kind of the same connection to them that you would with like plant life. But they act completely normal. They hunt food.
how
Food
does
hunts each other.
how does Brianna feel about being here? Doesn't she feel off too? Just
Oddly
weird.
enough, didn't even notice.
Aren't you a druid?
Mhm.
So you're supposed to be really fine tuned to the way things are in nature,
Mhm.
and you're oblivious to this.
To what?
Maybe I'm just too used to Misfit. I've been getting spoiled. Do you ever talk to your plants?
Oh, I always talk to the trees.
Do they
Isn't that
ever
right,
talk
fellas?
back?
She's talking to a tree right now.
Is it speaking back to you?
Mhm.
Could you ask it why I can't feel it? Does it know that it can't be sensed?
Can I ask it? It says it doesn't know what you're talking about. I can sense it.
You
They said they can sense you.
but I can't sen am I the problem? No, Alex, are you a problem?
Oh, think so?
Can it sense its neighbors?
Like, yeah, they know how to talk to each other. People
you-
just can't hear plants talk.
Oh,
Are you feeling okay?
no.
I mean, they have really good doctors here. They don't even charge you.
Fine. I'll just go see a doctor. I guess.
Check you out. Clean bill of health. I mean, other than it's a couple of very interesting questions about random things, but other than that, clean bill of health. Like, maybe you just need some rest. Sounds like you're under a lot of stress.
It's not even half of it.
Like, look, uh, why don't we talk to him? Why don't you go ahead, do your vacation with Misfit? And then when you've had a bit of time to rest, come back, we'll get you back in and you can continue your search.
Don't. Isn't that just giving up?
No, kind of like clearing your head. Sometimes if you never look away from something, it's kind of hard to notice subtle differences when you look back. Sometimes you see things you didn't see before. Gotta learn to relax a little bit. Try to get some sleep. Eat some food. Spend time
Oh,
with friends or
God.
family.
Hang on. She brought up an interesting point.
It's so long since you've eaten. Now that Misfit
I
isn't
think it
force
has-
feeding you.
I think it's been like a week and a half since I've eaten. Yeah, maybe. I feel fine though.
Like, let's go fix that. They probably would have noticed this on the trip to it, like force fed you as you guys were traveling.
Probably.
You should probably eat like every day.
Why?
It helps keep you strong.
It's never slowed me down before. Why would I start now?
Well, if you're not eating every day, how do you know it doesn't slow you down? Maybe you're really, really fast and you're only slow as a normal person because you don't eat enough food.
I'm faster than most normal people.
Just imagine what you could do if you ate food every day.
Gain weight and get yelled at by Harland again?
That sounds like a totally different problem.
That was literally the first thing you said to me when I saw him for the first time in ages. It's just, did you put on weight? And then nothing.
Maybe he just noticed that you were getting bigger and stronger. Like maybe
No,
he just
he was very
misunderstood.
mad at me for wasting time.
Well, I really don't want to get in the middle of a personal matter. But you just seem really distracted. You just lost a party member. You lost new friends. You've had
Who?
really. Well, anyways, if anything, at least you could go pick up some more of those pills you were telling us about. Yeah, you wrote it on your note card that you need to pick up pills from the lady that talks a lot.
Fine.
Some sort of pill that helps you remember something. You didn't specifically say what it helps you remember.
Oh, no, that just helps me remember.
Do you need that? Or do
Do you
you
want
not
me to
remember?
If I didn't see you the past 4 days, I would not remember who you were.
Well, maybe you just while you're going through, since you need to go there to pick up Misfit anyways, maybe it would be a good idea to just have some here, and he'll give you like 5 gold pieces.
Okay.
I got you, bud. I know you've been out on the road. It's like, look, just send word. I mean, we may be out and about. If you have a friend who could send a message, you can always get in touch. But yeah, if not, just let me know and I can get you in any time.
Fine. Okay.
Oh,
Sure.
don't forget your plank.
It's been tied to like my back this whole time. That's not leaving my body. I sleep with it.
Also, roll it one last D100.
Okay. I'm going to inspiration. It's destiny at this point. Wait, but I could use one more.
It's destiny.
Oh,
If it's a
Sure.
94, I'll die. As is.
I really don't want to. I'm gonna use the last one. Yeah. It's destiny. It's destiny.
All right. You don't have to worry about that part.
All right.
Okay. So, do you want to do anything before you head back, or you head back to go get Misfit?
I have things.
We'll get back to you. You get stuff to
Yeah.
do. I just need to get him heading back.
He really doesn't want to go, but he's not getting anywhere by himself. You're right. Yeah. I'll
Okay.
leave.
So you start heading back. Misfit, what things you
Yes.
got?
Um,
This is like a couple of days at this point.
yeah. So I spend the first day kind of moping around the guild hall, and then I'm gonna go kind of outskirts of town and just cast plant growth for 8 hours. Find me a nice little spot, and a spot of the nearby wildlands will just become very overgrown very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I live there now.
So you like make a little house out of plants.
Yeah. And I go back to the guild hall to sleep every night and eat.
Mhm.
But during the day, I'll like take Trent out to my little spot, and just hang out there, and keep growing more plants.
Sure. So you find this nice little. It's almost like your own personal grove that you begin to work on. It's a distraction, which would probably be a welcome distraction at this point. You're one of your best friends went off and it's by himself. You're not sure how he is or if you'll ever see him again. You know, he's supposed to be due back some point soon, but you have still haven't seen him. One of your friends is probably dead. Just kind of hard times. You still haven't talked to your family in a little bit.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna send messages. I sent messages to Uncle Dirge, to Lula.
Tallulah's fine. She's currently in Florin, kind of waiting to see that Rift was closed, but there is still a lot of activity from it being open for so long. But they seemingly are okay over there. They're kind of waiting to see when they can kind of move back home. But in good shape, your newly found sibling is also doing well. Her arm is fully healed. Your uncle, they're just kind of flying around, just doing piratey
Pirate
things.
things. Mhm,
Mhm.
mhm.
On adventures. Which is funny because it doesn't even come to mind because I don't think Misfit necessarily had that dream where we found out that the staff was taken by one of the people on that ship.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And I probably spent a lot of time bothering Serena, Marius.
Mhm. Marius is probably really easy to find because he spends a lot of time reading in the city. Probably also can help you with your projects to kind of read and learn how to write and stuff like that.
Yeah, so we'll have to continue our school studies.
Mhm. But yeah, so
I-
you kind of do that with your free time, easy enough
I
to
do
do.
not send any messages to Dustin.
Okay. So after about a week total has passed by, Dustin finally arrives back at the guild headquarters.
Only a week?
You don't necessarily walk back.
Yeah, but only a week.
Yeah, 1 week
Okay.
at this point.
Including
This
all
ro-
the stuff I already did and missed?
Yeah, because you basically
Okay.
got there, rested a few days, and like, let's go. And so that basically took your whole time. You spent a little bit, and then they took you back.
Okay.
Yeah, so as you kind of are walking over, actually roll either a nature check or a perception check.
Nature's -1, and that's funnier.
As you're kind of
Nature
walking,
-1.
Because
as
it's
you're-
intelligence.
you make your way to the guild hall. You kind of look off, like to the outskirts of town, and there's this really strange, like grove you don't ever remember seeing before. Man, maybe you do need those memory pills.
Bad memory, yeah.
All
I go
right.
with the city.
You make it in, go at the guild hall to check in and get your removal done.
Yeah, actually, I have a thing for this. I just walk up to like the first guy I see, and I'm like holding a piece of paper. It says I'm supposed to see a Becky for a procedure. Do you know who that is?
Hey, it's Dustin, and you just hear like people shouting from inside. Like they point you over to the woman with the light blue hair.
Becky?
It's Beckett. God,
Oh,
is your
is it?
memory that bad?
Well, and I'll show her the note, and it's like spelled really wrong.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. Don't let him wander off anywhere. Yeah, I'll be back. I'll be back. Like Misfit's gonna be pretty excited, I bet.
Yeah.
Might be a
Maybe.
while though. He's out in his what did he call it?
My fort.
Yeah, he said he has a fort.
He can build things now?
He said he had a new fort. Don't know. I haven't seen it yet. He said he's perfecting it first.
Never took him as a guy to use a hammer and nail, but alright.
Serena, you would also be around. At this point, there have been a lot of newer, well, not necessarily new guild members, but new people to this location due to the events going on in the kingdom right now and all the activity. They've been pulling in additional people from kind of the further out branches into the central branch to kind of deal with the higher needs. So you kind of start training with some of them a little bit. Roll me one D100, Serena, just as you kind of start looking and train with a couple of people. Okay.
Takes her training very seriously.
All right. You find one of these new individuals that actually transferred from the northern branch, and they kind of start showing you. So you train with them a little bit as well. Seems to be fairly good at it, though. You kind of start paying a little bit more attention to that. They corrected a few things you do wrong with, like the way you're holding your tools. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. All right, so you continue on with your training. Dustin.
Yeah.
Serena, you would probably see Dustin too at this point, so everybody
Nice.
would be there other than obviously Lou and Misfit.
I feel like just during one of her breaks, just walking up to get a drink. Dustin?
He
Yeah.
like looks around confused, like he doesn't know where the voice came from.
Yeah.
He like looks. Oh, sorry, shorter than I thought you were.
Same height as last time.
Last time.
Oh, for the love of... Well, what's brought you here?
I am here to see Becky about a procedure.
A procedure?
He like shows you the note. It says like Meet Rebecca.
Oh no, I can tell you what it says.
Well, yeah. Tell me what it says, please.
So you do note it is a acknowledgement and an acceptance of his resignation, and basically tells for him to report in. The memory pills come from Becca. You have to actually have the guildmaster remove your because it's not just the tattoo like a typical enchant removal would be. We actually have to extract the person with the tattoo out of you.
Yep.
So you basically just report in, and then the guildmaster will be the one extracting it from you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you've got quite the procedure ahead of you.
I'm not sure what they mean by a person inside of me, though. Seems a bit strange.
Becky usually handles the bar as well, right? Or is that someone else here?
Rebecca does, yeah.
She does a little bit less here. Someone else hands out the job board specifically, but she's kind of like training underneath the new that guy. Because typically they hand out like the team assignments and other things too. But she's starting to get a little bit back into some of her old roles.
So you don't remember them? All right. She'll kind of wave the bartender over and get a couple of drinks. Slide one over to Dustin.
He like water.
You
Easy enough.
Wait,
didn't immediately shoot out. I guess you've got better control of it than I thought.
I've hardly. Do I know you?
You may want to go over your notes again. You'll remember in time, I'm sure.
It's about this time Becca runs over.
As he pulls out his notes, they're like covered. They're caked in mud.
Becca runs over with a tiny little paper cup of water and a single pill for you.
Okay. Oh, is this what was his name? Is this what they were talking about? And I'll take it.
All right, it takes about 60 minutes to fully kind of kick in and start working.
Okay.
Let me see those.
It's only one at this point.
Yeah, I'll hand you the destroyed notes that got so torn up in all of the mud that he kept coating himself in.
She's gonna like carefully hold it out and just give it a bit of a shake, and the mud just kind of pours off them.
What about the ink?
It's just removing the mud. To kind of lay them out. How badly damaged are these pages?
Let's see. They could be worse. You could probably read about 60% of it.
She'll spend a little bit of time attempting to mend them. And she'll ask one of the nearby guild members if they can get her like some leather bindings.
So, to note, your mending can only restore the material, not what was written on it. So if you try to mend it, that may be an issue.
Well, she can at the very least get the pages in working shape, or in a working shape again.
Very true.
So some of the text might be lost, but the pages won't be quite as about to fall apart.
Sure. So roll just a D100 if you go to cast mending.
6.
God.
Dustin, we are on very opposite sides for this one.
This is a very decent night to be rolling well on those.
Together, y'all find the balance.
Yeah. So you managed to kind of preserve some of his notes from. They're not fully intact, but you clean up a bit of them. They're kind of scattered. There's some rambling that goes on towards the later part. But yeah, I mean, you do get. He would know what it would be on.
She's gonna pull out the empty book she bought, kind of put the pages in there, unless she can get like a guildie to bring her some like something. She's gonna try and turn these notes into more of like a journal, or these memory.
Mm, no one specifically that would be here at the moment. There's someone in town who does stuff like that, but no one who would really bind books or anything like that.
Okay, well, I suppose as a temporary solution, how large of a stack of pages is this?
The 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, I forgot to ask earlier. Am I echoing on stream or not?
15, 16, 17, 18. Probably 25-ish pages.
25 pages isn't too bad.
That's
To
fine.
kind of put them under the cover. Here. This should help, at the very least, keep your notes somewhat organized and a bit more protected.
Wait, you're not going to laminate them?
Don't think we can.
This way, you don't get mud on them. You just wipe it off.
It's never been a problem before, but thank you.
Mister, at this point, Bruce kind of like starts trying to get your attention. He seems to like have noticed something.
What's up, big guy? Hold on, there's a bird on my head. Gotta hold still.
You just kind of get the sense that. Actually, roll a D100. Let's see how in tune you are with your cloak. Just kind of sit there and you can sense Dustin's presence. Seems he's back.
Oh. Yeah.
What you do if that's up to you.
I think I'm gonna stay here.
Could be. You never know. All right. So you stay in your little fort. We'll say it's probably like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So you have whatever time you need in your little fort, Misfit. Or do you intentionally stay the night in your fort? You don't have any food out there.
I'm gonna get hungry eventually.
You're like a little kid who runs away from home, but then comes right back. All right, well, he hides. Dustin.
I gotta go meet with the guildmaster.
All right.
Good luck.
I close all these and open one thing. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. So as you go to his office, knock on the door.
Yeah.
Come in.
Okay, I do.
Ah, surprise. Welcome back.
He does like a half bow. Right.
It's like, please take a seat.
Weird to be welcome back when it's the first time, but okay.
It's like it's good to see you again too.
Yeah, I'll go sit down.
So he's like, so you still wanting to go through with your resignation?
Yes. Being part of the guild means that I have duties to the guild, and I do not want duties to the guild. They get in the way of my own stuff. They get in the way of what I need to do.
I think that's very noble. What's that exactly, if you don't mind me asking?
I do mind you asking. I will not tell you.
Well, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not sure exactly what made you so unhappy. You know, things could always be better, but as you know, changes take time.
It was never my choice to join the guild in the first place. It was forced on me.
Completely understandable. It's like, I won't lie, this is kind of a risky procedure, but again, I fully understand why you feel the way you feel.
If it dies, I was meant to die. If I die, I was meant to die. It's as simple as that.
Very true. I'm not sure 100% what lasting effect this may have, but I feel your success rate's probably somewhere around 88%. Is there
Well,
anything,
if it's really that risky, then can you tell me about this blood? And I'll just pull out a really old plank covered in blood.
I mean, I could take a look. It would take some time, though. This, I could take a look at this for you, if it's important.
It is important. So how's this gonna work?
Well, I'm going to need about 2 hours to prepare, and then it should take about an hour to complete.
Okay, what do I need to do?
Well, for now, if you have anything you'd like to do beforehand, I mean, there are some risks. You should be okay, but if there's anything you want to do or people you want to talk to, now would be a great time to do it. And we should be ready in about 2 hours.
Where am I meeting you?
Oh, just back here.
Right.
If you want to bring someone along to accompany you for the ritual as well, you could probably bring one person at least. I don't have enough room for all of them.
Right, right, okay. Sure. I guess that is an important question. Nancy has not grown back throughout this entire thing, has he?
Unfortunately, other than the little bit of green that he has, it hasn't changed beyond that.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll see you in 2 hours. Oh, and I'm going to hold on to this. I don't want to lose
The
it.
plank?
Yeah,
Fair. I probably wouldn't, washing hands and things like that. Don't want to be touching old blood.
right. That's my concern. Good day, and then I leave.
Okay. So you walk out. All right.
A fort, huh? And I'll go start looking for Misfit's fort.
Okay. Once you kind of know what you're looking for, and as you kind of start walking along, your memory does start to improve. So probably about the time you get near to where his fort is after you do everything and take your pill, you kind of look over at that grove before, and you remember being through here before. That wasn't there. And it just kind of piques your curiosity.
Okay.
Yeah, it appears to
I
be made out of plant life.
Yeah, that's interesting enough to me. I wander over to it.
As you walk closer, you sense Misfit's presence, and Misfit, you sense his presence.
I think the world sends Dustin's presence.
No, the world hears Dustin's presence. Misfit's just sitting there hearing clang, clang, clang in the background. That's Dustin. He must be close.
Sensed him.
You probably find Misfit like starfished out in a patch of sunlight. There's a little bird weaving sticks through his hair.
I don't think I say anything when I see you. I think I'm just gonna like watch you for a bit. Like probably 5 minutes before I approach further. And when I do that, I kind of just sit to probably like I sit above you, like above one of your shoulders, but like far enough away. That really wasn't easy, huh?
Oh, the fort? No, the fort was really easy.
The woods, Misfit.
Oh, yeah. Part of me didn't think you were gonna come back even, but
Why would you think that?
I don't know. Just a feeling.
No, you
But
know.
you seem interested in your path, which is fine, but I don't know if your path is my path.
So your path is lying in the woods trying to avoid everything.
Today, yeah.
Sounds like you've been doing that for more than today.
I'm just not sure what else to do.
I don't know much about what I'm supposed to do other than I need to do it. But I know that for a long time I was told to sit down and wait. But I don't think that's your path. I think you sitting around and waiting just doesn't feel correct.
Even if it was for you.
Even if it was for me. I think you are destined to move beyond me. What do you feel like your path is? You've had a lot of time to think about it. I've already told you what I think you do, what your path is, but you've never told me what you want for yourself.
I think I'm gonna stay in the guild, Dustin.
I wasn't going to do that to you. You are allowed to be where you want to be. Did you think I was going to make you leave?
No.
I'm gonna roll insight. Oh,
He doesn't think that.
okay.
I want to be in two places at once. What if I could?
Where's the second place you want to be?
at the guild here, and maybe with you and Arlen.
I think he's going to reach out and like put a hand on your shoulder at that.
It's
Thank
hard
you.
to lose so many people so fast.
You know, I went to the guild earlier today.
You see
got-
his eyes goes to where your tattoo normally is. Just check if it's still there.
It's covered up.
Yeah. And
I got one of those pills from Rebecca.
her name is Becca, you know.
Oh,
She
it's
likes
just
people to call her Becca.
it feels impolite though. But I'm starting to remember Lou a little bit. Do you want to talk about him for a while?
Maybe not right now. Let's go back to the guild hall, okay? I haven't eaten lunch yet. I don't think you have either.
Lunch? No. Also, I would like you to be there when they perform the ritual, if you're willing. Apparently, this is a bigger event than I thought it was going to be.
What, is it dangerous?
No.
Inside check.
Yeah, okay.
Is it dangerous?
Mm. I was warned I could die, yes.
What? What?
What do you mean? It's what I need to do.
Hey, I guess if you're that determined, I can't stop you, but I'll
Well,
come with.
I think if I wasn't cooperative, I would be hunted down by more than a few people. It seems they really want whoever's inside of me.
Yeah, Bob. You haven't been talking to Bob, huh?
I haven't been hearing anything, no.
Just kind of squint, looking into your eyes, trying to see Bob in there. What, are they going to pull him out?
It sounds like that, yes.
Okay, yeah, maybe I do want to see that happen.
Okay. I'll stand up. Ham and cheese,
Yes, please.
and I'll help you get up. Oh, don't forget Trent is over
Oh.
there.
Ah,
It looked like he was waving a little bit.
he likes sunbathing. Go pick him up.
I guess I go back into the guild hall after that. Unless you have anything you want to tell me. That was kind of me talking to you.
Probably a little uncharacteristically quiet, but he's got a little smile. He looks okay.
Okay.
And gets a sandwich too.
Remember to feed Bruce.
Yeah. You know, Bruce actually sensed you before I did.
Oh, I just realized my microphone is muted. That's funny.
Okay. Yeah, we were trying to fill in the dead air.
I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember what I said. I was sitting there and just like, what is going on? So you have
Yeah,
the entire. You have the
Yeah.
entire what?
I don't assume you had him roll anything when he tried to spot Bob in me.
For that, it was supposed to be an investigation check.
Oh. I can do
Okay.
that.
Oh, is that you? No, you don't sense anything. You don't see him in there.
That's what I thought.
So you get all of your memories back. So essentially, from the point they found you in the mud until this point is restored after the pill takes effect after the full hour.
Okay.
So you basically have 1 hour with your memory prior to the ritual, so to speak.
Okay.
So you're back there. You're probably all at the main guild hall. People are kind of happy to see you. Becca does have probably a bottle because they don't stay good forever. So you do probably have like 30 pills.
So last time you told me to take one of these every day. Should I keep doing that?
Well, this is kind of a
Or-
smaller dose. That was also to kind of help with you being cut in half. These,
Oh yes, it did happen. Oh my goodness.
I mean, it really depends. I'd
Dude,
take.
I don't even have a scar. Did you know that?
You're welcome. But
Oh, that
yeah,
was you.
I take one at least every, 3 to 5 days tops. You can always come
And
back and get more. You're always kind of welcome.
how long does it? Are all of them only last? Make me lucid for this long?
Well, they'll all kind of help, but I mean, until your condition improves, I mean, it's just hard to say.
It really sucks being old.
Well, I hope your memories come back to you someday. But
Oh,
until
is it?
then, I'm happy to help you.
Oh, is that Serena over there?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, let's go say hello.
Hi, Serena.
Hello, you two. It's been a
Simon's
while
also
since I've
here.
seen you two together.
You get actually Dustin.
Uh-huh. Oh no.
Roll an athletics or acrobatics checks, please.
Simon.
You just hear clink, 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 and then you hear someone trip and fall. Ow! Big face plant.
Are you alright?
Hi,
Simon?
Dustin. You just see the face in the ground and the hand waving up.
Yeah, that's Simon, all right. Here, up and at him.
As Simon and I were just having a discussion about the merits of a gesture to whatever they're eating.
Like, I'm not really sure what it is. It tastes okay. You should try some. If
Maybe
not, the bartender makes a good grilled cheese sandwich. He kind of looks over towards Misfit. Apparently, certain individuals get snack cravings at odd hours.
He's just nodding.
Odd hours. Yes, okay. Thank you for the book earlier, Serena. Sorry.
my pleasure.
And
Hopefully it'll help you keep track of things.
maybe. Sorry, I'm here now.
Hopefully that remains.
Well, I
Alright.
could at least choose when to make it happen. For a while, anyway. How are you holding up?
I'm doing quite alright.
Are you sure?
Quite so. My gear that was lost was a bit pricey to replace, but some of it needed replacing anyways. should I
I'm-
not be alright?
I mean, I just thought you would have been the most upset with him gone.
Well, it is certainly a lot more quiet. It's a shame we never got to end things on better terms, but such is the way of life.
I see. And Simon, I know you were close. But enough.
And just kind of looks over you. Um, well, I mean, I'm a little sad, but I just have to try to not fail next time.
You did get very scary there towards the end.
Sorry, I
June?
don't know it came over me.
Simon, dear, I don't think there's really anything you could have done for him. Not due to a lack of ability, but more, you know.
Do what happened to him? Because I just remember Simon waking me up after something.
To put it blunt, he exploded.
Fire?
Something. There was a massive explosion when the hag went to strike at him, and him and the hag and her pestle were gone.
No, I don't even think it was the explosion. Because I heard him afterwards.
Did you?
I think he got eaten by ghouls.
Ghouls.
Yeah.
Why do you think he was eaten by ghouls?
I mean, he was probably eaten by something. Maybe some sort of nefarious wizard. It's so hard to say.
Lose the resourceful thought.
When did you pick up that word?
Marius taught me.
Huh. I see.
If there's anyone who's going to survive whatever the hell happened to him, I think Lou's a bit too stubborn to die.
Just didn't expect him to have that much in him. Makes why he was so scared feel more justified.
Scared?
Oh yes, he was terrified of himself. Did he never tell you?
Well, it was apparent that he didn't handle power very well. But no, he never told me that he was scared of himself.
It was just he never said it out loud. It was definitely the impression I got after watching him for a while. And did he ever hit you with that weird thing he did with his lightning that kind of like jump started your system?
Yeah, when he healed,
That,
got all
yes, that.
tingly. That was weird.
No.
One time when he did that to me, I saw everything around me turn to ash. For the briefest
Wow.
of moments, it was terrifying,
I
honestly.
wonder if that's how he felt all the time. That sounds miserable.
Yes, yes, it does.
I can't say I've ever been healed by him.
Just kind of
you-
like smirk at Serena a little bit.
Part of the healing club.
Got healed by Lou Club.
Yeah.
High five.
So, you said he was afraid of himself. Do you know why?
I got the impression it was because he thought at any moment he would kill everyone around him if he lost control. At least
Did
that's what that vision kind of instilled in me.
Hmm. Serena just kind of looks thoughtful for a moment.
Do you guys think he's actually dead?
Impossible to say, really.
I'm gonna like look at my hand, kind of squeeze it. We'll know better later.
One time, way back on our first job we ever took together, he almost got eaten by a giant monster thing.
Really?
I thought after that, man, if this guy's gonna die, he's gonna go out in either a very scary and miserable way or the most bonkers, crazy, insane way possible. And I think he got a little bit of both. Or maybe he faked his own death because of the stress of being a team leader.
That is
come
a
on
very
now,
stressful
mister.
position.
Don't be ridiculous. You think Lou and the Hags were in cahoots to fake his own death?
I never
Oh,
said
yeah.
anything about the hags.
It would have been one hell of a time to try and fake your own death.
I think if I ever see him again, I'm gonna be the one that has to eat him.
You're going to eat him?
Yeah.
It's quite an escalation of events. Wouldn't you hug him first?
No, so no one else can eat him.
So you
I would
kill
have
him
to.
so he's
You
no
would have
longer
to.
alive?
Yeah.
Is this your way of coping?
It is my burden to bear.
Maybe
There.
if we do ever see him again, we don't try and kill him or eat him.
I'll think about it.
No promises.
It's nice seeing the two of you together again.
Hopefully it stays that way.
Well, I suppose, and she glances over toward Dustin. That just depends on the decisions people choose, doesn't it?
Dustin, Simon's leaving too.
Oh, are you? Where are you going?
He kind of looks reassigned, heading back home.
Based on what stress does to you, I feel that is the best place to put you. You know, you had glue at one point.
Really?
Yeah, so Misfit, you took one, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I never knew.
And then every time you started freaking out, you'd shine up brighter. Like somebody was throwing logs on a fire.
I had no idea.
Yeah, Simon, you need a vacation. You should really relax.
Oh no, I think things are a little chaotic at home, but there's a decent boat, right? I'll try to take that into consideration. I will miss all of you, though.
I'll miss you too,
Likewise.
Simon.
I really do
Enough.
hope Lou's okay.
Oh, I have been meaning to ask. Do you have any books on that light you worship?
No, but I mean, hold on. He pulls out a pamphlet. Here you go.
Yes, I take that.
The Light in You, it's so titled.
The light in you. Does it feel like? Does it read like a cult recruitment drive?
Hard to say. A little bit, maybe.
Uh-huh. Good for you, Simon. Good for you.
It's just a one-sided advert. How bad could it be? They're well financed.
Simon is the only worshiper in this religion. It is just his support group.
He made those flyers himself. He's very proud.
He didn't say anything, but you never know. All right, you want to pull that guy out of your head?
Yeah. Well, I think it's been about time. That's it. Come on. Time to go. Guildmaster.
Okay.
Great.
Good luck, you two. And Dustin,
Hmm.
think we should actually come out of that.
Why do you think I'm not?
I was telling you to be shorter.
What if they turn you inside out and it's Bob on the outside but you on the inside?
Well, I'd probably scream a lot more than he does.
Oh god.
Let's go ritualizing.
All right. So, say your farewells, and you bring Miss with you to go in for the ceremony. You knock on the door.
Yep.
All right. Oh, good. I was hoping you two would run into each other before you had to go through with this.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready?
Do I need to? And I like gesture at like all my armor.
No, up to you. Whatever you're most comfortable in.
I mean, if he doesn't need me to take it off, I'm not going to take it off.
And you see he's got like a table set up, and there's like 8 jugs that are set around the base of it.
Robert really was this important, huh?
Robert?
Bob.
No. That doesn't feel right.
All right, go ahead, lay down.
All right, I lay down.
When Bob comes out, is he gonna be like really small?
Honestly, I'm not sure. With the jugs in there, there should be enough material to kind of form his essence, so to speak. But I'm gonna have to focus. So if you can just like, let's see, what could you help me with? Just let me know if anything strange goes on. You can talk to Dustin while it's going on as well. Just don't touch him.
I peel away my hands from his shoulders.
All right, so as he begins the ritual, is there anything you like to discuss with Dustin before we make a success roll for this?
Any last words, Dustin?
Yeah. Maybe if I don't make it out of this, find a really nice grove and meditate for a while. That should work.
Yeah, okay. If you do that.
All right. I'm going to leave this one up to you, Dustin.
Mm-hmm.
You can either roll your own success roll, or you can ask if Misfit. But if Misfit declines, you got to do it.
This is more of my thing. I think I'll roll it.
Right.
Yeah, I don't want to do it. Don't make me do it.
D-Hundy?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's lower than 88%, but it's not great.
You watch after about 30 minutes. Dustin kind of shoots back, and his eyes just kind of roll to the back of his head.
Mm-hmm.
And you just kind of go unconscious, but Misfit can watch this happen.
Mm-hmm.
And you just watch as this kind of cloud begins coming out of his mouth, and you watch as little particles of like these jugs. I think it's water, it's some sort of liquid, but they're basically forming kind of like this cloud above Dustin right now.
Bro, Dustin had a ghost in him. That's so scary.
Don't touch me.
I'm not touching.
Don't touch me.
I'm not touching.
All right, so as he kind of finishes that, it just takes time at this point. He sits down, it's like, oh good. Which is just how we thought it would have. Excellent. All right. Well, if you just want to keep an eye over him for a while, I'm going to go get a glass of water, but I'll be right back. Not sure exactly when he'll wake up, but it should be fairly soon.
Is the cloud still floating above him, or
Yeah, it's still forming above him.
okay?
And it
Can I-
almost has like it's almost like a human-shaped cloud.
That's so freaky.
All right, so he leaves you alone in the room. Misfit, what do you do?
Well, it's over, so I can touch him now, right?
No, the spell is over. The process is happening.
I can't touch him.
Mm-mm.
You know, Dustin, of all the ghosts that could have possessed you, I'm glad it was Bob. I'm just gonna chatter to him about how my week has been.
Tell me all your plant names.
Okay, oh god. So the list is getting pretty long. God, I gotta come up with one for today. Today's name will be I saw a ghost come out of Dustin and it was freaky. There we go. I wrote it down.
Misfit, as you're having this time waiting, you watch as the cloud kind of forms into a ball for a second. You swear you see like a face form in it. You swear it looks like Bob.
I wave at Bob. A little bit shell shocked.
You see the mouth begin to move, but you don't hear anything.
Are you saying something, Bob? I can't hear you.
The mouth just keeps moving, but no words come out.
Um Guildmaster?
I guess.
I think Bob is talking.
Oh. That must mean their conscious is separating.
What's he saying?
I'm not sure. I'll have to collect him. All right, step back. You watch as he moves the cloud with magic and kind of like forces it through into this smaller box he has off to the side.
Why are you putting him in a box?
It's big enough for like a person. Needs time to solidify. Have you ever heard of Jello?
No.
It's similar concept.
Oh. Are you gonna grow Bob a new body?
Something like that, yes.
Whoa.
But your friend should be waking up any time now.
Is it okay to touch him again?
Yes, you may touch him now.
Okay.
After about 5 minutes, Dustin,
Yeah.
you wake up.
Mm-hmm.
You're
Just
not
kind
sure
of-
if these pills are really good, but your head it feels so much clearer than it's felt in so long.
I'm like drumming my fingers against the side of his helmet.
Good morning.
Oh. Well, hello there.
Man, did I have a migraine this whole time? Everything feels so much better.
Congratulations. It was a dwarf. You are now Bob free.
Oh.
You check the tattoo.
Yeah. I'd start disrobing to check my. Is it on my left arm? I forget.
I believe so.
Yeah, to check my left arm to see if it's gone.
You take off the armor to get to the arm.
Mhm.
It is indeed gone. Seems your procedure is a success.
Oh, I cannot tell you how good it feels to have that off of me.
You feel okay still? Not like you're gonna die immediately?
I don't think I'm going to. What do you ask?
Oh, I don't know. It was just very strange to watch that happen.
What happened? I blacked out.
It was like you had a ghost in you, and then the ghost was coming out of you. And the ghost was Bob.
Wait, they're real.
Yeah, I know, right? I saw one.
Uh,
It was so
okay.
scary. But you're
I'm so-
okay, it seems like. That's good.
I think I am, anyway. I'm assuming they've moved the Bob stuff away by now.
No, he's in a box.
Yeah, I put him in a box. You want to see him?
Sure. Does it just look like a cloud, or?
No, it does. Well, he's in like a longer rectangular box.
Mm-hmm.
You don't necessarily know how to open it though. You don't see any handles.
I'm not going to open it.
Yeah, it's just a box.
I feel bad. It looked like he was trying to say something, but I couldn't understand him.
You couldn't read his lips?
No, I can't read.
Well, now that's just a lie, Misfit. You can read some.
You know what? I can read some. You're right, Dustin.
Did he say if we could go yet? Do we need to hang around? I don't know. What happens now?
I don't know. Hey, Guildmaster?
Yeah.
Dustin woke up. Can we leave?
Nope. Yeah, I mean, feels fine.
You feel fine, right?
I think I feel.
He walks out. After washing his hands, he just walks over to you, shakes your hand. Well, it was a pleasure having you in our service, even if it was for just a brief stint. Should you ever change your mind, our door is always open to you. Good luck.
Not opposed. I feel like I need to clear something up. I'm not opposed to working with you. I just don't want to be a member
Dustin's afraid of commitment.
to other people.
I understand completely, but you also have to understand this is much more than just work to us. This is our family.
No, not really.
Oh, Guildmaster, we're family.
Of course.
I'm gonna hug the Guildmaster.
Oh, that's nice. He starts sniffing your head. It's like, did you make that crown of flowers yourself?
Yeah, I did.
Excellent craftsmanship.
Thank you. I got help from a bird.
It's like, well, I gather you two will be off on your trip tomorrow then?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it shouldn't take
So-
too long.
Where will the two of you be heading?
Kind of like look at Misfit to see if he wants to tell him.
Well, normally we find old man Harlan and Karis, but it sounds like
I see.
it's a little scary over there still.
It's a little bit on the dangerous side. It's not horrible, but getting there can be rather difficult.
Wasn't the boat fare like 1,000 last time?
You have to
They've
pay for boats?
they kind of put a little bit of a stop to that one. There's still some of those, but people going in and out are far more limited now.
Oh, the blood.
Oh yes, did you want us to take a look at that while you're gone?
I'd rather be there when you do.
What blood?
Up to you.
Disgusting.
I pull out a really old and bloody plank.
Mhm.
I just have strapped to me.
That's a little yucky.
It's important.
Okay. Did you find what you were looking for and missed?
It might be this.
Oh. That's kind of odd.
Actually, how long would it take to get this worked out?
What specifically?
I just want like a legend lore on the blood. I don't know if that's a thing that can happen. That's what I want to happen.
It's not quite the same. It would take them to kind of fully run like all the magical sets they need to do. It'd probably take them like a day or two.
Wait, didn't Zazora do something with blood earlier? Could we ask him?
You don't know. You can ask.
I guess it would be kind of rude just to take you out today. How long would this take? A day, two?
Day or two, depending on results.
We can wait that long. If you're willing still.
Of course.
I was talking to the guildmaster.
Oh.
Like if he's still willing to do it for me.
Oh yeah, no, we can have someone take a look at it.
One request.
Mhm.
Not Marius.
Not something we have people that specialize a little bit more in this type of work.
Good.
But he seems like a good guy.
Yes, he sure seems that way.
He just
He's
kind
been
of
teaching me all
smiles.
sorts of things.
Mm-hmm.
Misted starts summoning undead squirrels.
All sorts of things.
Okay, well, I guess I have to leave this with you now. Good luck with him, them, it.
Cool. All right, so it will take him. Let's see, 2.5 days.
All right. 2.5 days to get ready for a road trip, Misfit.
How are we gonna get there?
I might have an idea.
Yeah, that'd be up to you guys. 'Cause you're not on a guild mission, so they don't provide your transportation.
I could ask Uncle Dirge if he could pick us up.
Hold on. That is a good idea, but you know he's not the captain.
Yeah. He should be, though.
I mean, you could certainly try.
How far are
I
we
would.
from Paris right now?
It takes about 7 days on the quick route to get to the coastline to a city that would have a ship. You'd have to be able to find a ship that would authorize you to even be on it and get a ticket for it. And then it would take like 2 days to get to Karas.
But yes, I would try that.
Sure. Roll one more D100. You, it's nice to sense your prayers kind of are received, but you kind of get this strange sensation. You feel connected, but you get no response.
Huh.
Kind of like an unread text message. In a way.
Yeah. Something's up with him. Unless you want to go wandering in the woods, Cars is the place I know.
You would most likely dock if you find it really depends. If you're looking for a boat, that could be more difficult. But a lot of the boats do go to Florin, which is where your Tallulah and Bluebird are,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's.
Oh wait, they're not in Alamorn at the moment.
Not Alamar.
Lenore. They're not in Lenore.
No, they evacuated with everybody else during
Oh.
kind of the evasion parts.
Okay, yep. Stopping in Florin seems ideal. Nissa would probably have to pay the boat fare because he's the one with money.
Oh yeah, I have a lot of money.
At this point, as you guys are kind of sitting there discussing like what you're gonna do, you all see a very familiar looking wizard walk in.
White hair,
Uh-huh.
tall, white leather boots.
Just kind of sits over there. He's like getting a drink at the bar.
Oh,
hey, guys!
I want to roll to stare daggers in his back.
Hello.
Hey! Long time no see, guys. How you doing?
Oh, remarkably well, considering the
Why don't you ask
circumstances.
Tisalu?
Oh, where is he?
You can figure it out.
He watches he like cast detect person real quick. I don't sense him.
Yeah,
Yes, I wonder why.
Like,
Tisalu's not with us anymore.
He blew up.
oh. Did you bring it back? I mean,
There
there's
was
people that
nothing
can
to bring
fix that.
back.
He really blew up.
Oh God. Are you sure?
Quite. We spent quite a bit of time searching the smoldering ruin.
Well, actually,
Well, actually, what?
I like look to Sarita and I look to Dustin.
Have a seat, why don't you?
So.
So, you're a rather powerful wizard. You can project yourself great distances.
Yeah, from time to time.
Are you able to teleport?
I'm familiar with the concept, yes.
So, when you realized how dangerous the mission actually was, and received distress, what did you do?
What distress?
You replied to the messages?
I didn't receive any messages.
No?
The last time I saw you guys was on that mountainside after I had that lovely lamb dinner. I had this really nice mint sorbet afterwards. It was quite delectable.
Didn't my boss give me like a letter or something to give to him?
I don't
I don't
think
know why that sounds familiar. We should just talk shit about him. I
She
forget.
did talk a lot of shit about him, yes. Seems on the level.
So
He also
how
rolled a
did
nat 20.
So how did the guild learn of our presence then?
Oh, don't know. I mean, you'd have to ask the rescue party.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm fairly strong in a sense, but I'm
You're
only good
really
at certain
talking with
things.
your mouth full right now?
Yeah. He's like, you want one?
No.
I'm like, nope, you've
What is
not
it?
lived until you tried one.
What is
Is
it?
life just a game to you?
No, but I've learned to enjoy it. Like these little multicolored candies.
I take one.
Here, this one's green. It's good.
I eat it.
Lime. What do you think? You might be more of a red person. Here, try the red one.
No. I'm not a red person. I'm a blue person.
I don't have any blue. Sorry. What you were saying?
Just
See
there's
them.
something suspicious going on here.
Indeed. See. So, Lou blew up.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, other than that, the rest of you look okay.
For the most part.
Believe me, I'm sure your trip was much more productive and you were far more efficient than I could have been. Besides, that caravan to Tyros almost died of boredom.
Oh,
I actually got a new boss on that trip, and she had a lot of very interesting things to say about you.
Oh, yeah, who's that? And he just like goes to take a drink of his beer.
Tell him.
What's her name again? Oh god, I gotta look at my notes.
Mara.
Mara?
Yeah, the boss.
You need to say it out loud to make him choke.
Yeah, no, we met Mara. She was super helpful.
Hold up. He just watches like beer foam shoots out of his nose and beer shoots out of his mouth.
Yes.
Yeah, she said she knew you.
Mara.
It obviously rings a bell.
I don't think any
No,
Maras.
she got really specific.
Nailed your image to a T.
I feel guilty. I don't remember any such person.
Oh, I feel like the two of you had quite some history by the sounds of it.
I've never met or been in any type of friendship or relationship with any Mara.
I have a
Life really
feeling
is just a game to you.
that we took your mission, so you didn't have to hang out with her.
Now, look, I don't think. I think it's all just a large misunderstanding.
Really? It
You,
was
you
something
see,
that petty?
Lou had specifically requested to trade missions after all. I was just trying to be the welcoming member.
Are you really going to blame this on someone who can't even defend themselves?
Yes. Yes, I.
Oh my god, life really is just a game to you. You're disgusting. And I get up and I leave.
Who put what in his tea?
Well, he's not entirely unjustified with this reaction. We did
I'm-
go through hell and back, and you could have helped.
Yes, but on the flip side, if you are going to be adventurers, you can't always depend on other people to come to your rescue.
Maybe so, but the more seasoned putting the less seasoned into more dangerous positions and not willing to provide aid is another story.
The guild leader said we were family.
You don't turn your back on family.
I also
Yeah.
get up from the table and I follow after Dustin.
Ooh.
Even Misfit's upset with you. That's how you know you've truly screwed up.
She just kind of laughs for a second. He's like, well, it may seem so, but alas, our duties carry on.
That it is. Though I'm sure the two of them would greatly appreciate an apology.
I'm sure they
And
will.
now, considering that area is now quite safe, maybe you should go pay your beloved a visit. I'm sure she would greatly like to speak to you again.
I think you have me confused for somebody else, unfortunately.
How about some details then? I'm quite curious what went on between the two of you.
Again, I told you, I know no such person named Mara.
Oh, don't be coy now.
Like I told you the truth.
Hmm.
But if I run into any Maras, I'll be certain to investigate the matter further.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure you will.
Just kind of smiles as he goes to leave. Well, I'm glad you're all okay.
Most of us.
Don't say anything else. Good evening, Serena.
Just
And he just walks upstairs.
does a partial wave. Or like a kind of a, yeah, I think it's just a partial wave.
Okay. So we skip forward from that point. You guys on your trip.
No, the blood.
Oh, well, yeah. If you want to get the blood first, essentially 2.5 days later.
I need that info before I go to Heartland, so I don't show up empty-handed, man.
The only real things they can derive from the blood, it is got some sort of strange power, but they kind of got a similar result to what you got. They can't tell if it's like a celestial or devil. It has the consistency and like presence of what that would be, but it
Mhm.
is neither.
Oh gosh, it's a hybrid. Hiding out in the. Oh no. Okay.
Like, I'm not very certain. I can tell you though, it kind of appears human in some elements from what we were able to determine. It's very strange. Where did you find the specimen?
Human. Humans.
Yeah, it's oddly
Oh,
very well preserved too. Do you have any idea how old this is?
if it's 3,000 years old, I'm going to scream. That's my response to him.
No, it's interesting. You see, normally we have ways of determining how old things are, but he's like, yeah, and they'll kind of show you. He's like, you see this? Typically, this would deteriorate more with age. However, in
Oh,
the sample you brought, it doesn't break down any further. It's almost like it's kind of stuck, so to speak.
hmm. You do realize you're asking me about a magic question, and I'm
I'm just
not
more
very
trying
smart.
to figure out where any information that might be helpful. This is just a very unique specimen.
I have a hunch, and I don't want it to be correct.
Also, one other interesting item of note: there's more than one blood specimen on this plank.
Hmm.
It's like you see this one, and you look, it's like settled into the crack, like almost like it bled through a crack.
Oh, okay.
That we were able to identify.
Okay.
It had traces of lycanthropy in it.
Werewolves?
Indeed.
Hmm.
Very good.
I think Lou did mention something about beasts in the forest when I ran in. Werewolves in mist. What a fun way to get food by being a shelter for everyone. Thank you. You've helped me sort out my mind.
Surely. Well, good luck on your trip.
Right. And of course I take it with me. I'm not leaving that with them.
Yeah. All right. So, how do you? This is more to determine how much it may cost and how much time it will take you to get there. Because we'll skip it all anyways. How are you going to get over there?
Art.
We have a
You
lot
know,
of wizards in the guild. Can we get a wizard to teleport us?
You can certainly try.
all right.
And we take the
Misfit,
boat back?
you're the charismatic one.
You could take a boat back. It's a lot easier to get off the island than to get on the island.
Yeah, Misfit, work your magic.
Hang on, I don't
Your
actually
whole,
know very
and
well
yeah, you,
info.
you still have your whole party there too if you want to enlist anyone else's help. Simon's leaving in a couple days too, but his boat goes to a totally different place.
Yeah, so pulling him out is just rude. I don't think I'd go out of my way to invite Serena. I'm definitely not inviting Marius.
Rude.
That's what I'm thinking. Wow, what did I do?
What did you do?
Whatever I did, you don't know about it.
Yep,
Oddly enough, so as you guys are trying
but
to
there's
figure
still
this
something.
out, Becca comes up to you.
Oh.
She's like, I have an idea. Like,
Go
weren't
on.
you gonna go on the con recovery mission, Misfit?
Yeah.
Well, guess where they're sailing?
I don't know.
They're sailing to Karis.
We could catch a ride.
I bet you guys can hitch a ride with them. I mean, you're kind of busy, so you can't go on the mission, but if they're going there, I'm sure they could drop you off.
We could try to catch up with them after, too. Yeah, that could work. Do you know who's going on the mission?
A couple of different people. It's kind of more of an investigation at this point. Try to see if we can put any leads together. I know Arathius and his team's going, but I'm not sure who else.
Oh, I like Horatius.
So you
Yeah.
go to ask them.
Yeah, I'll go ask.
You can look over. I mean, I don't see why not. Where are you trying to get to?
We're trying to get to a little past Florin, the Honeywood. Ish.
That's a ways past Florin.
Just a little past Florin.
It's a whole forest. Misfit.
Well, we were going to dock in. It's hard to say. Handford's still a little bit dicey. I don't know. I mean, we could play it safe and. Yeah. We either may go directly to Monaco or we may stop in Herrenford, would be my best guess.
I think either one could work for us.
All right. As you guys kind of pack up, get ready with them. Roll a D1. Who wants to roll a D100 out of the two of you?
How about we
For
let
your
Slumber do it? Slumber's the ethereal
Slumber.
force.
Oh,
Choose
yeah,
our fate, Slumber.
Ghost can't
Alright.
physically grasp dice.
Slumber can. He's built different.
Okay.
Thank you, Slumber.
I'd say in total it takes you about probably 2 weeks of travel, all in waiting for them, getting there, and going with everybody. But you do make land in Herrenford quite easily from there. It'd probably take you another, 2 days to get to Lenore. And then are you just trying to go? Because his grove would be kind of near to where Misfit's house is. So it'd probably take you another day to get up into the mountains.
Yeah, I mean, go the most direct route. All of my calls are being denied. I need to go check the cell tower.
Okay. So you guys make your way, and it's nice, Misfit. You see a couple of your animal friends as you make your way through the woods.
Rascal, my homie.
Everyone seems to be in good shape. You make a pass by the house. The house seems to be in good shape as well.
Do you want to look in it? Just for old time's sake.
Nah, nobody's home.
Plus, you probably crashed there that evening, anyways. I'd imagine.
Oh yeah, that
Right,
could work
yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
Uh,
I want to see that trophy on the fireplace, man. I totally missed.
as you both,
The pie eating trophy
Yeah.
from
As you-
200 years ago.
as you both are walking around, and you are looking for the grove, roll perception checks. You get to his grove, but you don't see him there.
Like, is this the room that we got summoned in that one time?
Well, it's always open,
Yeah.
but it's definitely it's the exact spot you've been.
Hmm.
His camp is empty.
Can I do speak with plants and maybe ask Grab?
You do, but you also do notice something before that because you did get a 21.
Yep.
As you're kind of sitting there looking around and you get ready to go talk to a plant, you step in something and like a leaf sticks to your foot, and there's little pools of blood on the ground.
Dustin,
Hmm. Find something.
I point.
I walk over. Is it just blood or is there more?
Blood. Oh, there's more blood. It's like a trail of blood.
Not good. Hmm. It's important.
I'm gonna
We should
start
follow
following
it.
the trail. Yeah.
Yeah, we should follow it. You might want to, dog.
Oh yeah.
All right, as you guys start following, you see like a massive kind of like grown forest of thorns in front of you. Like unless someone like put up a thorn barrier.
Yeah, that's him, all right.
You guys make your way through the thorns.
Yeah, I'd push my way through.
I can plant growth to try to get him to part.
And you kind of use both of those to kind of squeeze your way through. You do notice there are several dead humanoids in these thorns.
Wait, what was the blood fresh or old?
Fresh, like it was wet on a leaf. The leaf stuck to his foot.
Okay.
It wasn't like necessarily like fresh, like recent battle, but within the last couple of days or like a week or two.
Okay.
But you see there's 6 like dead drow that have been crushed or pierced in these thorns and their bodies left behind. It's enveloped in roots.
We did get a check by the monster, didn't we? I'll keep pushing through.
Mm-hmm. You do find this one part of the thorns where like it's been completely like blown out, and you can walk through very easily.
Okay.
You see a couple more like if you see signs of battle, and then you see a couple more dead drow.
Well, he's not here yet.
And
I'm gonna do a little ping.
you do sense his presence, which is very faint, and it's coming from a pile of leaves over at the base of a large tree.
I rush over there.
And you just look, and he's kind of just like sitting, using the leaves as almost like a blanket. He looks much older than the last time you saw him, and he has a visible wound in his shoulder.
Oh, you had to use too much again, didn't you? And I'll like reach down, touch him, and start mending him with lay on hands if I can.
As you go to mend it, like your hand
Nothing.
kind of glows and fades and flickers out. It's like,
Damn it. I do have a potion of greater healing I can start dumping on this guy.
hey, you can try that.
You can start up a healing spirit as well.
Your magic doesn't heal him. He's a god.
Ooh.
Yeah, I would waste a potion on him. I'm desperate,
Mhm.
and he hasn't stopped me
And
yet.
look, I'd like to think I got the better of them. And he just kind of like coughs up a little bit. I do believe I used a little bit too much, though.
Telling me.
My power, I think, is finally spent.
Wait,
It was worth it.
what does that mean for me? Wait,
Oh, don't worry.
am I?
Your strength will remain, but I'm no longer strong enough to remain on this plane.
You can leave?
Um, Not specifically, but I can perish.
That doesn't sound good.
It's like, well, in theory, I may possibly return beyond the gate, but I will not be able to return. Don't worry, I believe you should still be good. Besides, the future looks promising. And he kind of like looks over and he kind of pats Misfit on the head. It is good to see both of you. I was hoping I would get to see you soon. I felt you'd be by. He's like, "Mm, I'm not sure what they're after, but they were quite strong. There was a few of them that were even stronger than I was. That's why I had to use the remainder of my power.
How did they? But it's broken. How could they ever get there
I
to you?
don't. Well, I'm on this side.
No, I meant like get enough power to level up to a god level.
I don't know. There were three of them that were quite strong. One of them stabbed me, and I believe took part of my power as well. It's like, but I did save just a little bit. And he kind of watches. He looks down towards his hand that he can't move.
I'll help him lift it up.
And there's just a singular seed in his hand.
The guardian seed.
As you say that word, he kind of not quite. Guardian seeds are a bit different, as I'm sure you've come to find. It's like, but a seed is very strong. Do you remember your oath? It's like a seed may seem small, but given time, it can become a great thing. And always remember, once you plant a seed, You have to continue to work at it day in and day out to make sure that it grows up to its full potential. He just reaches up to give you the seed.
I'll take it from him. But why me?
Because you, like your kin, have the faith and willingness to make it happen, to affect change. It's like the sacrifice that all of you made never went unappreciated.
I can't even remember what I did.
You volunteered. The Guardian Seeds were a compromise. You were all placed near sources of great evil, observed and monitored by hags. Your presence offsets and responds to the evil that was imprisoned near each and every one of you, and the hags oversaw the protection and concealment of those areas. So, in the event your evil got too strong, the Guardian Seed should, in theory, grow stronger to help offset it should it grow too strong or get released. Although I'm not sure why you awoke.
Well, it was because of what you tasked me with. To find a light in the darkness?
Oh, well, I tasked you with it once you got up, but for all intents and purposes, there was no reason for you to wake up.
I'd look over to Misfit. They woke me up.
That's about what I came up with as well. This one has a great path ahead of him, too. I'd hoped that you'd have a chance to come train in the Grove, but it does not appear that that is in my path anymore.
I was too slow.
Don't
It's
you
my
worry.
fault.
I've lived a long life, and I too could have chosen to react differently, but
But
I've lived long enough, and I felt going out with a flare was not a horrible way to go.
I don't know what to do without you.
Well, you carry the future now. I've put you in charge of the seed,
But I'm
and you will nurture the seed and see after it and make sure it grows into a wonderful thing. And from that, much greatness will spread. And then he just like starts coughing up a little bit of blood.
Thank you for looking after my home all this time, Mr. Arlen.
You do have a long path in front of you, my druid friend. It's like, but there are those that can continue to help you on your path. When your time allows, or if it comes up in your travels, you should seek out the Bear Lord of the animal realm.
Okay,
She'll be able to point you on the right path.
I will.
They can do watch out for it, dear Dustin.
This explains so much.
And then
I wasn't even real to begin with.
he kind of looks over. What do you mean?
The whole time I thought I was someone else, but no, I'm just a seed.
No, you're a human. Guardian seeds are what we call those who volunteered for this service. You are very much a human, my friend.
What? Wait. So then that. But. Okay. Okay. That does. Glad I said that out loud. That makes some things clear. I would have gone on the rest of the time thinking I was just a plant.
You would have made a fine plant, Dustin.
Thank you. Thank you. But will I ever remember anything?
With
Or
time.
did you do that to me?
No, honestly, you got caught up in some horrible magic. Part of you losing your memory was the process of being put to sleep into your slumber for the guardian seed.
Right, okay.
Your more recent memory issues were due to a little bit too much activity in your head, so to speak. But I can see that's been cleared up now as well. It's
Probably for the
unfortunate.
better. What?
They did have a nice sense of humor, though. I
Wait,
feel
were
like
you talking to them this whole time?
no, but I have my ways of speaking to such individuals. Besides, what do you think you do in your dreams?
Now I don't know.
He just kind of smiles. It's like, you'll be okay. Just to continue to uphold your tenets. He looks at whatever these forces are up to. See that they do not come to fruition. There are still other gods that are on this planet that could be taken advantage of like I was.
Any that you want to send me after? Or should I continue with Mist?
He just kind of looks at you, smile. I think you've learned what you needed to learn. Now you need to learn to exist
Mm,
and determine purpose for yourself. Kind of one of the hardest purposes there are. But your tenets will guide you.
right.
Fear not. Even though I may be dead, I'm always listening.
I hope the other gods are nice to Mr. Harlan.
It'll be nice to see my old friends. And he just goes still. And he
Dustin
slowly,
collapses back on himself. He's
He
sitting poised up with one arm.
you watch as his body slowly turns to wood and begins to grow out into small branches.
Is it?
Yeah.
Will you plant this on me, please? And I'll show you the seed.
Are you sure?
What better place to keep it than with me?
I'm gonna fasten the seed front and center on his chest piece.
All right.
Hmm.
Easy
And
enough to do.
Druid crafted up.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, as you guys kind of say your goodbyes to him, what are your plans? Do you return back? Do you go on a new mission?
You really love your guild, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Do you really want to see that con again?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go help them.
Okay.
I really can't believe I thought I was just going to accept that I was a plant this whole time. I really was about to do that.
I mean, you do a lot of plant things. You sit out in the sun all day, and you like it when I water you.
I barely eat. It feels like I get energy from somewhere else.
You should really eat more often.
You do notice you do feel a lot better when it's sunny outside, though.
You just get a big armful of misfit.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I'm ready to set out immediately. Why don't we go rest at your house for a bit?
Okay. But if you're not against it, I'm gonna pick through all these drow real quick.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I'm starting to realize that money is actually useful.
As you do look, you find like 2 of their daggers, but it seems everything that was on them was removed. They have no identifying marks. There are pieces of their armor that have been cut off from them. So it seems like there was more here. This is just what was left behind.
Oh
But it seemed
boy.
like they were a little bit too much of an effort to take.
I mean, yeah, they are literally impaled in the middle of the wall of thorns.
Mhm. And his is a permanent version. It doesn't like fade away. Although I would say probably when he dies, they do start to kind of
Oh,
just because they're a more recent summon. Yeah, so you take the 2 daggers.
you know what's the strangest thing about this
Hmm.
whole journey, Misfit?
What's that?
This entire time, I thought I needed to be forgiven. I'd go out and do what he told me to, and he'd forgive me by the end of it. But back there, it seemed like I didn't need it at all. I'd never done anything wrong to begin with. And like you can notice that as he's like starting to come to terms with that, he seems to like get greener as he's doing that. As if you would let me, I would like to change my oath over to one of the ancients instead of redemption.
I will allow it.
Okay. And so it's just like the plant life that he has on him just seems to like perk up more as it comes to terms with like this whole time I've just been doing everything that's been needed of me. I haven't been making mistakes this for as long as I remember. It's like watching somebody start to accept himself. It's like really bittersweet in a way because like everything he's been doing, he thought he was doing wrong, but then he figures out it's right. He's a mess right now. He just needs to follow you at the moment.
All right. So as you kind of embrace this new realization and part of your life, I also do need you to roll a D100. So you watch as he's kind of like going through this process after losing this great symbol in his life. And you just watch as Nancy gets ever so greener and kind of like the stem begins to perk up ever so slightly.
Oh, hey. Would you look at that?
Oh, I guess he's gonna stick around. That'll be nice.
Okay. So we'll finish a few things here. I'm probably going to wait to start our fun adventure because it's 12:40. Jeez, that was fun.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. We got everything finalized that we needed to because for the audience, we didn't even know if Dustin was going to be in the second part of the arc. So yeah, it looks like we'll still have a Dustin for the second part of the arc, at least for now. You never know. So we'll say when you guys get back, so this whole process takes about a 3-month period of time. You guys don't get a whole lot to do just because you spend a lot of time traveling, investigating things like that. Serena, you do gain proficiency in thieves' tools.
Apparently, my
And apparently you disconnected.
kicked me.
Like, geez, see if I give you proficiency.
Wow, you got something?
I'm practicing my rogue maneuvers.
You're gonna really hate what I say here in about 2 minutes if that's how you feel about the proficiency I gave you. Marius, I'll send you some messages later, but a lot of the things you want to do are kind of easy to do there. That's probably really easy. We'll don't really need to hear too much about what Lou's doing in his new life as a dead person. We'll pick up on that one there. So, with all intents and purposes, you guys can go ahead now that we're past the skip, and you can level yourselves up to level 10.
Yay!
And that's actually good because it gives me time to finish Lou's weapon properly for his new character.
That was worded very weirdly.
Oh boy.
Watch out. I got 43 hit points.
Hey! 40 hit.
Oh my god.
I know this isn't the case, but I still just want to say it out loud because it's funny. I wrote too many questions that Kalsto didn't want to answer, so I just killed him. That's not true. That's not true, but you know.
I've had that waiting for probably like a couple months now. It's like, okay, well, he's going to get attacked. We rolled the dice for it already, too, and he ended up losing. He had a chance to win, though. But no, I've been waiting for that one, too. It's like, eventually they're going to go back, and like, I can't tell him what's going to happen. Like, I have to actually have him play it out to see what he does.
Yeah, and then the whole, like, you feel a connection, but no response makes so much more sense now. Or
Well,
like,
I got kind of a
see what
cool little
happens with
feature.
that. Yeah.
Ooh.
Check that out.
Oh,
Immunity
immunity to
nice.
necro. That's really hard to do.
You just get a free bounce back up to 1 hit point. Ooh. You're like one of those exploding
It's
Diablo creatures.
I'm not going down in FU.
Yeah. Fancy.
Time to double my spell list again.
Hey, man, I don't like counter charm at all.
Why not?
It's a bad ability.
I'm trying to remember what it does. I remember it being situational, but
As an action, I start a performance, which I must continue.
okay.
And a creature gets advantage on saving throws against charm effects.
It's not bad.
Misfit. Do you have a 4th level spell now?
Uh-huh.
You're a real boy.
I'm a real boy.
Yes, but I need to start playing it either before someone becomes charmed or realize they have become charmed and then start playing.
Kalsto, can you drop the Oath of Ancients on me? It might make it a little easier. If not, I'll just delete Oath of Redemption and then just manually do Ancients all the time.
I think I should be able to extract it out. Hold on.
Are we still live?
Pretty sure.
Yeah. Do we not need to be?
Up to you. They're just making their level 10s, and then we're going to pause there. So we have, we'll pick up on our Arc 2 next week, nice and fresh. And then, yeah, these guys just got to pick all their new toys. So, yeah, that's all we're going to be doing.
Cool. What's happening Friday?
Friday, we're going to go have some little fun. So it really depends kind of on what you guys are doing. I believe we're saving some ants we may feel are in danger, if I recall correctly.
Perhaps.
Yeah,
Cool. Well, thank you for everyone who hung out with us. appreciate the follows, and
Oh,
can't remember if we had a raid or not, but appreciate it. We'll see everybody Friday midnight Central, and I think if you'll hang out through the credits, we'll jump over to Armin. He's been hanging out with us, and he's painting minis right now. So anybody wants to do that, we'll jump over there. Thanks for hanging out, and have a good week, everyone.
Night,
Good
everybody.
night.
no.